Brace yourselves, one Chicago family. Take a deep breath. There are moments in our shared love for this universe that feel like a gut punch, moments that blur the line between television and the very real emotions these characters make us feel. Today is one of those days. News is breaking from the heart of Chicago, and it's the kind of news that makes you want to rewind the clock, to stop our heroes from ever answering that fateful bell. In the aftermath of what's being described as a catastrophic blaze in the city, our own Lieutenant Kelly Severide, the unshakable, indomitable heart of Squad 3, has been critically injured. He is currently in the ICU at Gaffney Chicago Medical Center, fighting for his life. Let that sink in for a moment. Kelly Severide, in critical condition. The words don't seem to fit together. This is the man who walks into infernos like other people walk into a corner store. The man who has faced down gas leaks, building collapses, underwater rescues, and his own personal demons with a grit and determination that has defined him for over a decade. He's always been the one to emerge from the smoke, covered in soot but with a survivor slung over his shoulder. He's the anchor, the daredevil with a strategic mind, the one who always makes it out. Until now. Details are still pouring in, but what we know paints a terrifying picture. Firehouse 51 was called to a multi-story warehouse fire, an old industrial giant that quickly became a death trap. The call was a nightmare from the start, a 5-alarm blaze with reports of multiple civilians trapped on the upper floors. It was exactly the kind of impossible situation where Severide shines brightest. He led his squad in, pushing deeper into the roaring heart of the fire than anyone else would dare. He did what he always does. He put the lives of others before his own. Early reports from witnesses on the scene, fellow firefighters with voices still choked with emotion, suggest he successfully located the last of the trapped victims. He was on his way out. Another impossible rescue logged. Another life saved. And then the unthinkable happened. A secondary explosion, deep within the building's compromised structure, triggered a catastrophic collapse. The floor gave way. For a few agonizing minutes, the world went silent. His radio went dead. The frantic calls of Severide, "Talk to me," from Chief Bowden and a terrified Matt Casey were met with nothing but static and the roar of the flames. What happened next was a testament to the family that is Firehouse 51. They moved as one, a desperate, focused unit, refusing to give up on their brother. They dug through twisted steel and burning debris, their own safety an afterthought. It was his best friend, Casey, and his own crew who finally reached him, pulling him from the rubble just as the rest of the structure began to groan its final warning. The scene of him being carried out, relayed by a shaky cell phone video, is something that will be seared into our minds forever. It wasn't the heroic exit we're used to. It was the terrifying, still form of a fallen firefighter being rushed to Ambulance 61, with a frantic Brett and Violet working desperately to keep him with them. Now the weight of that silence has shifted from the fireground to the sterile, quiet halls of Chicago Med. The entire firehouse is there, a somber, heartbroken vigil in the waiting room. They are a family shattered, their usual boisterous energy replaced by a heavy, suffocating fear. You can picture it now. Herman trying to be the steady father figure, but his own eyes betraying his terror. Mouch and Ritter, pale and silent. Cruz, who sees Severide not just as a lieutenant, but as an older brother, utterly lost. Chief Bowden, a man who views every member of 51 as his own child, standing like a stone statue, the weight of the world on his shoulders. But our hearts, our thoughts, our entire beings are with one person above all, Stella Kidd. Her world has been reduced to the agonizingly slow tick of a clock in an ICU waiting room. Just a short while ago, she was his wife, his partner, his equal in every way. Now she is the woman sitting by the bedside of the man who is her everything, praying to every higher power she can think of for a miracle. Their love story, Severide has been a beacon for all of us. It was a slow burn, built on years of friendship, mutual respect, and an undeniable chemistry that lit up our screens. We watched them navigate loss, ambition, and fear to finally find their forever with each other. They fought so hard to get here. They built a beautiful, strong marriage on a foundation of trust and unwavering support. Now that foundation is being tested in the most brutal way imaginable. Every "I love you" they ever shared, every quiet moment in the loft, every promise made in their wedding vows, it all hangs in the balance, suspended by the fragile thread of a heart monitor's rhythmic beep. Why does this hurt so much? Because Kelly Severide isn't just a character. For many of us, he's a symbol of resilience. He's the brilliant but broken man who learned to let people in. He channeled his reckless energy into becoming the best rescue squad lieutenant in the city. He carried the weight of his father Benny's complicated legacy and forged his own path, becoming a mentor, a leader, and finally, a devoted husband. He represents the idea that no matter how deep your scars are, you can still find light and purpose. To see him so vulnerable, so helpless, feels fundamentally wrong. It's like watching a lion fall. It shakes the very core of what we believe about the show and its heroes. We have seen 51 lose people before, and each loss has left a permanent scar. But the thought of losing Severide feels like losing the soul of the firehouse itself. The ripple effect is already being felt across the One Chicago universe. You can be sure that detectives from the 21st District are already at the scene, with Voight's intelligence unit leaving no stone unturned to find out the cause of that secondary explosion. Was it an accident, or something more sinister? And over at Med, the entire staff is rallying, bringing their A-game for one of their own. This isn't just another patient. This is family. Right now, there are no easy answers. There is only waiting, hoping, and the collective power of a fan base holding its breath. But we know one thing for sure. Kelly Severide is a fighter. He has fought for his life, for his family, and for strangers his entire career. He will not give up, and so neither will we. The strength of Firehouse 51 isn't just in how they fight fires. It's in how they fight for each other. They will circle the wagons around Stella, holding her up when she can no longer stand. They will be his strength. And we, the fans, will be theirs. Let's flood the world with our love and support for this character and the story that has meant so much to us. Share your favorite Severide moments, your favorite Severide scenes, your hopes for his recovery. Let's send a wave of positive energy out into the universe. Tonight, Chicago feels a little darker. A crucial light at Firehouse 51 is flickering, but it is not extinguished. We are all in that waiting room with them, united in our hope and our heartbreak. Stay strong, Lieutenant. Your family is waiting for you. We all are.